Sheeples. This is Z.
Hello, Sheeples, and this is the dude with no name. It's good to be back, dude. It's good
What
to
is
be back.
up, people? Sheeple, Sleeple.
What's up, What's up, Sheeples? Yeah, that
What's
thing.
up, Sleeple? Like
The
stuff.
like loud blaring death metal music starts playing in the background.
Sheeple all aboard the murder train.
Uh,
Oh
no,
fuck!
but
All
it's
aboard the
it's
murder
genuinely
train.
like this week has been such in a way, relaxing time as well, and
Mm-hmm.
like kind of
Mm-hmm.
time to get back to things we also wanted to get back to at
Yeah,
least.
it was nice taking the break, man. Like it felt
Yeah.
it felt good to like recharge those creative batteries. Even though we're like most of what we do is we show up like half an hour before the podcast and like, hey dude, let's do this today. But I'm just happy with the fact that we make it a good one. No matter how much time we put into it, and that feels kind of nice.
I mean, we are having fun, and that's I think the main thing, right? Like especially like interacting with you sheeples as well, because it's been such a ball of a time to just like have a chat with people around, like people at least people I didn't know at times here and there, make and getting to use those creative like aspects of our brains to get anything out in general.
Yeah, man. I
Uh,
mean, it's been a damn fun bunch of weeks, and I can't believe we're almost going to be touching 25 episodes. And
I think this is a no, we've hit 25. I'm quite sure we've hit
what?
25. Yeah, like
No, we
I think
didn't.
this is our 26th or 27th episode.
That is, you know what? Honestly, I never thought, I could never think this far ahead when we started. But now that, like, started from the bottom, now hey, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got far up now. See that?
Dude,
25 episodes is big.
I think the biggest thing that helped us reaching the 25 this early is the fact that we were recording two a week in the beginning.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
and-
fuck yeah. We dropped down the frequency.
yeah.
No, I mean, I think
Really
it's
dropped
for
it down.
it's for the better. I mean, if you're listening to this, what do you think? Did you like the two a week, or do you like the one a week? I mean, I personally think the one a week is nice because it gives us a lot of substance. And
Yeah.
I mean, record karne ko to we'll do stuff, but then there's a
Plus,
lot of stuff that happens on the back end. Like this dude with no
yeah.
name runs an
Oh, this time
awesome
you
Instagram
can call
page.
me you can call me 1000-7 this time again
Whoa, whoa,
because
whoa! That's
since
your
it's just cheapers and it's about like our base stuff,
going
why
back
not,
to the
right?
comfort of
Going
your
back to it. Yeah.
so yeah, I
Uh,
mean he does crazy stuff on Instagram. I mean he's behind most of it, and it looks so amazing. I mean the kind of artworks
you give
he
me too
was.
much praise, my friend.
No, like he was entered in a competition recently, and then he's getting a lot of eyeballs from there, and his artwork looks damn fine. And we just had a damn awesome satellite boyo naming session, and the whole ox thing. And, we had a battle
Recon.
between many names. There was ox, and
He
then
is
there was,
Recon Kun officially.
and officially he is Rekonkun, like the
Yeah.
whole Japanese suffix for like a revered person.
Yeah.
So what's the difference
So
between kun and sa?
okay, so there's a whole thing where again I might not get it completely right because I'm not particularly studied in the whole aspect. I just know a little bit here and there. But so usually kun and another thing is chan, CHAN, that is used for like chan is used mainly for like girls that are really close to you.
What?
And kun is used for
So
boys that are
Chan
really
was a
close
lie
to you.
then?
No, Chan is also used for kids. Like you call
Okay.
kids like Chan, so it can be a boy or a girl, like who's younger or a kid. You can call them Chan. But like in general, where you'll see like high school girls or people of the same age calling each other Kun or Chan and all that. They don't. And Sa is usually like when you don't know the person really well, but like you want to give them some respect, but like it's
Hmm.
not like they are so they might be your coworker or someone like that, or they might be like someone at a higher position, or like, just like a relationship that you're not like too familiar with, so you usually use the suffix sa. And then there comes like the whole suffix of like dono and all that. That's more respectful and all those kind of things.
Right.
But yeah, the whole suffix goes away when like you're really close and like you know each other so well that the suffix is not needed anymore and all that stuff. So
Oh
there's a
no.
whole there's a whole like thing hierarchy of how it goes, and like
I can hear
each
in
and
your voice
everyone has.
how aspirational Japanese culture is to you, and
Oh,
like
I love it.
there's
I
this
guess
like
mostly because of
small
anime.
fringe community, but like very small, but like extremely engaged community of people. Like I mean, it's not an official community per se, but everybody knows that one person who's like insanely into Japanese stuff. And I have no idea that it's bizarre to me because I'm like nothing. Of course, a lot of cartoons that we watched were Japanese, but I mean, I didn't take it to that level. But I appreciate the fact. I mean, it's bizarre, but at the same time, appreciate the fact. I know people who like put in effort and learn Japanese as a language, so they don't have to watch dubbed anime, and they they learn how to eat with
Yeah.
chopsticks, and I think it's damn cool, man. Like,
So like that's I think delving that deep, like you really need to have that kind of love for the
yeah,
culture. Even though like I would say I'm not like I still must have made some mistakes talking about the whole suffix stuff.
yeah.
But like
Yeah, there's some anime head who's like shaking his fist and like, इसको कुछ नहीं आता है कौन है किसने बोला है
one
take
of
it
my
back
friends might as well be doing that.
जला
So
डालेगा तेरे को मैं
no. But
sushi के
like,
माफिक
I love the whole aspect of that. I do wanna like learn the language as well, just to know
हाँ
like Japanese in its own way, which I'm actually planning to do at some point. Uh, but and let us know, sheepers, if any of y'all like know the language or are looking into learning some different languages, because it's quite interesting. Like just getting into a different culture and different languages in its own way. I am the biggest example being Z, who's properly learned French at this point. If y'all didn't know this,
okay
like he was taking lessons uh, in the
yeah नहीं
past.
ज्यादा बोल रहा है अभी
Yeah.
थोड़ा बहुत सीखा मैंने little bit I did we realizes ago like we Christophe Lodemier and
No, so like, but you did do it. Like you
yeah I
took
did
the initiative to like
yeah I
go to
learned enough
the
to like show off
class.
so I think that's enough
Hey, that's damn good, man. Like,
I
you're the
remember
only
all of
one
our
who.
college projects had those essence
Yeah,
of
yeah. I was literally
jokes
about to say
couture.
that.
And
Jacques
our friend
Couture.
Hayat going like Jacques Couture. And I'm like, तू murder कर खाली.
Bro, he loved doing that. Like,
Oh, he
shout
did,
out
he
to him,
did.
man.
Listening to this,
He's
all the
a
best for
really
your
fun guy.
podcast. He's a friend of ours who's
Yeah.
also, we'll post
He's
links.
planning at least. I don't know
Yeah,
when he's gonna start, but like, dude, all the best. Hope I know that you're a really like funny guy, and you're gonna kill it anyhow. If you're listening to this, just like all the best, and we support you for learn from here. So hey,
yeah,
uh, let's see you shine. Um, but yeah, so about like languages itself, I think one of the biggest best things that like I saw happening in the past few years is one of my really close like best friends from school. Like I've known him since God knows how long. Like genuinely, that's why I call them like my best friends. This group of my school friends, and he ended up like learning Spanish over the past like or 2, 3, 4 years or whatever. And he's now like he generally can have like full on conversations with people from Argentina, Spain, and all those places. Like just proper conversations in Spanish. And like he uses his phone generally is not in like he's put his language setting on Spanish in his phone so that he's like continuously like he knows what he's talking about, and he can like have proper conversations through that. It's quite cool. uh and I think he's crossed the test levels as well that you need to in that.
that's awesome.
But yeah, man, like that's one of those things that like I feel like I want to do that for Japanese, even though I don't know how much I would be able to use it
Mhm.
for anything later on. But why not, right?
Nice. I mean, I
I,
really hope, I really hope that works out, man. But let's, why don't we dive in a little bit into a deeper? So, I mean, Sheeples, we thought that this time we could do like a nice candid fireside chat like it always is about the pod. And
yeah.
we thought that both of us could take a while and sort of dip into and give you some behind the scenes of what happens behind these happy, cheerful voices, and what are the struggles, and what are the wins, and how it goes. I mean, I'd like to begin with Mr. 1000-7 and ask him that, if you had to sum up the past month or two, sort of say it as a story, what would it go like? Where are you right now? What's your headspace like? And why does life seem so damn difficult?
Yeah, sure. I think so. One of these things that we've always wanted to do with Sheeples is like have that, the we have our fun. We always like love to like make have a fun time with different kinds of like episodes, whether it be Pokemon or Harry Potter or anything of those sort, and How I Met Your Mother and all those kind of things. But like the to balance it out, we always want to talk about like real life stuff, and people wonder like how is it easy to talk about it, or how do you get yourself to talk about it? Like, to be honest, we also don't know how why even we talk about it so much over here. We also don't know. It's just, I think it's very, in a way, therapeutic, because we get to talk to each other. We get to talk to you sheeples, hear from you, learn from you, and learn from each other. And maybe like it just opening yourself up doesn't seem easy, or isn't like, well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but like it's just one of those things that once you do it, it doesn't feel like you need you're worried about holding yourself back anymore in that matter. And I don't know if
Hmm.
Z will like concur with me on this or not. Like I
I
don't
do, man. I do. I feel you.
it's
I
just
agree
one of
with you. I
those
feel you,
things.
man. We come from the same
Yeah.
space on this point.
And that's why, like, when talking about like the past struggles as well, I think y'all have always like heard us talk about like our worries about getting a job, and our MBA getting over, which for that matter we still haven't gotten our certificates or final results yet, which is funny, because we were supposed to, technically our MBA should have ended in May,
Yeah.
technically.
So basically, we're doing a 3-year MBA now. That I think
Yeah,
that's
at
where
this
we
point.
are.
But either way, we can, like, it's not like we can't get like the temp certificates and all that. Like, we've technically passed and all that. It's just that our official stuff isn't here yet. Which, again, thanks to everything, we all know the crown, the crown jewel that's going around, and everybody wants it
Thanks,
in their home.
Corona. Thanks, Corona. Yeah.
It's just everywhere. So it's put a halt on everything. But just before everything shut down, I think both of us had shut down from the inside. Like, it's a funny thing, because when everything started to shut down, we opened up, which is
Yeah.
a
Right.
very
The fuck.
ironic thing. Like, especially like y'all remember our first episode, and like we spoke about this in the, I think, episode in a like episode about revisiting mental health, where we spoke about how we both have always like had that thought of worrying about like why aren't we getting a job? Are we not good enough? What is this? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to find? We were trying to find ourselves, because at the end of MBA, we didn't know where we were. And Z will speak about his aspect like right after me.
You just
Uh,
speak about,
what?
and then you're like, you just changed. You just said
Pardon, pardon.
Z will speak about his ass, and I was like, whoa, what? No, we're just getting. It's not
Aspect.
that.
I
Not
said
that.
anything get cut off.
Not that kind of a podcast, my friends. Not that kind of a podcast.
I mean, if you wanted to be that kind of podcast, just let us know. Nah, nah, nah. But honestly, like, I think Z will be able to speak about his journey after me. But like, I guess right for me, it's been a very up and down kind of street, because it started off with where I was anxious. I was worried. I was going into the spiral of like I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know like where I should go, because I was confused between like trying to find what I want to do and balancing it out with like listening to what I should do, kind of thing, right? Like people about like, oh, you should get this job, you should do this, you should follow this, you need to work, you need to do this. And especially when you see, like, I was so happy seeing all of my batchmates who, like, we've become really close to over the past 2 years, which I didn't realize like it would happen for all 55 people. But like it was quite a good batch. Like seeing them getting placed, it made us happy. But then that other section of our brain where it was like, now that everybody is getting placed, what about, where are you gonna go? Like, what are you gonna do? What is that you wanna do? Was always like pounding in that like side where like we didn't know, right? And it made me panic. It made me anxious. It made me question myself, and I was trying to search for the answer for a very long time. Throughout the lockdown as well, I was worried. Like in a way, it gave me, especially Sheeples, gave me that space where I felt like I was being productive. I was doing something worthwhile, but it still felt like, I don't know what I should do because I still need to work. I still need to find something. And the funny thing is, and this is a precursor to where I'm gonna go, is like I already have a company that I run with my mom. Since my father passed away, like it's been me and my mom who work on this company. Though I've been like a very silent or passive partner, I do come and go, help her here and there, and I wouldn't say like I've been completely involved, but I have like been trying to do my best to help her build this complete company. And that part, but there was a part of me who's always thought like maybe I want to do something that's just my own. And the funny thing was like I started like searching for jobs on my own rather than through college. I sent out applications, and I'm not gonna name the company because I'd rather not like put that out there. But I was putting I got an application through with like a really good let's say digital marketing company. And that process took me a while to like complete because corona kind of stopped all the job applications in between, and it stopped everything that was going on. But it like after maybe like it was like silent for about a month. Once I sent the application, I got a reply. I finished like the first few rounds. I was supposed to give an interview, and it became like after that it became silent for about a month or two. And Z knows this because I've spoken about this one company so much
Yeah,
with this
yeah.
guy.
Hmm. And he got what he
Like,
wanted. Let's just say that.
yeah. Like so I after 2 months I got back from them. I gave an interview. It went well. I ended up actually landing the job. Which was
Oh,
which was a surreal experience because I was like, oh my god, I have done it. I've gotten what I was looking for. But then I questioned myself, was I looking for this? Ooh.
what?
Yeah, yeah, right. Like, how does that work? How does your brain go there? Like, and then I real like, and then I realized like my one passion that I've always had. One, I have always been like into music and wanting to do music because wanting to pursue that career because my father was in that industry. He was a music director, and seeing him and his passion, I've always like grown up in that kind of an environment. And I realized that it wasn't a job that I was looking for. It was just like I was not confident in myself that I don't know if I can get. Maybe I needed to prove something to myself at that point. But which I luckily did. Like I getting this job kind of showed me that you know what, I'm not incapable. I don't know why I needed that, but like it was just for me. It's not for everyone that it works that way, but it worked for me that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I once I proved that to myself, I kind of realized that I want to completely focus on this career that I've always wanted but never followed. I've
Mm-hmm.
done everything else but that. I've always avoided it. Like I finished an MBA, I finished studying everything. I did everything else. I've worked on other stuff, but I've never like focused on. And I realized like that's where I'm going wrong. That's why I'm like not understanding where I want to, because I wasn't ever happy about like doing anything else. And I was like, I'm already working, which now I've started working with my mom even more seriously. I'm fully giving my time to the company. I'm fully giving my time to Sheeples. So I'm like working these two jobs already. But now, like the main primary goal that I'm working on, and the fact that why I rejected the job I actually got, which a lot of y'all will be like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? But like it's just that one split second decision that came to my head. Like if I choose this path, I will always be on this path, or if I choose like the path I want to go on, I know that I can prove myself on that path, and I've taken that because it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Dude, that's so
It's
nice, man.
it's a weird experience because now now that Sheeples and my mom company, my own company, other company that I have, like giving my full time to that. It's not like it doesn't feel like I'm not working. Now I know that I'm already working. I'm already like it's not like I'm not earning from that. I am, right? So why not, like I have that something that I can grow, but the other part of it is like now I can follow what my true passion is. It's quite
That's so cool to hear
fulfilling.
you in that space, man.
But that I'm lucky I'm to be there because it's not it's I think this situation luckily it was something I could take advantage of. That's why I'm doing it. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't think I need to know if it's the right or wrong decision because for me it is the decision. There is no right or wrong in that for me at the moment. At the moment, no, I don't think there ever will be. It's just like the decision for me. It
Hmm.
is what it will always be that. So
It is what it is,
um,
bro. And
it
I'm
is what it
so.
is, and
Whoa,
hopefully, hopefully in the next few coming maybe months or so, you will see some projects of my own
whoa, whoa! We're gonna.
coming
It's
up.
gonna. It's
I
gonna be
am
killing
working
it
on
on
stuff. I'm
Spotify.
learning. Studying. I'm hoping to build my own like knowledge in this field, and then soon in the next few months release something that hopefully will put me on that. Take me start my journey at least
Hmm.
uh
Hmm.
towards something. But yeah, that's me. That's my side of things.
Dude, it
What do
doesn't
you?
it feel like this insanely huge weight has been lifted off your
Yeah,
shoulders, and now you're like just free to do. Like you
yeah,
had to get what you thought you wanted to realize that it's what you thought you wanted, but not what you
yeah,
really wanted.
yeah. It is that exactly that. It's just one of those things that I felt like this is what I had to do. Which once I got it, I realized like it's not that at all. It's not like I'm forced for it. It's not like it is I just my brain needed that, I think. And that yeah. But what
Fuck that
see, like this is
closure.
I might have said my side. What about you?
Whoa, whoa,
And
whoa! So it's my turn now.
yeah, so I know that like I know a lot of this guy's side of things
Yeah,
because I've
yeah.
been talking to him throughout the months.
But I gotta
More
tell
so
me,
this is
sheeples.
this is for you sheeples because both of us have had very different journeys over the months, right? And this is
Hmm.
something like we always want to talk about. So yeah,
Yeah,
go for it.
I mean, on my end, the past 3 odd months have been a super fancy roller coaster. I have been
Mhm.
I've been all the way from being extremely paranoid about getting COVID myself to like driving myself crazy with like paranoia to assuming that I'm never gonna get a never gonna get some kind of working opportunity and like
Right.
just going down to like a deep dark place, where
Hmm.
you're putting yourself down, and then I think I hit rock bottom. And the good thing about rock bottom is that at least for the time being, there isn't any further lower that you can go. So it's only upwards from there. And it's like one of those episodes in How I Met Your Mother where they talk about having a pit where you put in somebody, like a small little dungeon, a small little well, and everyone
Oh,
has that one
oh
person,
yeah.
right, and but most often you realize that that person is you. So Ted realizes that
Mhm.
he put himself there. I mean, and I think just like that. I did that to myself. But then I started focusing on the fact that how enamored and how extremely passionate, right to the very bones and soul, I am about fragrances. And
Mhm.
despite all the odds, and despite every person who I meet who tells me that, you know what, perfumery is only for people who are trained and who have studied, I think now it started strengthening my resolve. Every time someone says that you can't do this, I think it just strengthens my resolve to do it even more.
I think that's
And
the beauty of it, right?
yeah, and that's what I've been doing since the past 2 3 months. I've just been training my nose, sniffing different materials. I have like this.
mm, that
Mm,
sniff
mm.
sniff sniff.
Yes, I am, let's just say, sniffing quite a bit of stuff, but on the perfumey end, and
Yeah. Clarify. Disclaimer: it's nothing wrong there. Like
yeah,
he's not doing
we're
anything illegal.
we're legal kids. We don't sniff
Yeah.
anything else. Yeah. So except for this other guy who just had some massive chill scenes the past week.
Wait, what? What? No, no,
Yeah, and then he
nothing.
just had a pizza party. Domino's से पिज्जा मंगाया बस हो गया खत्म.
Uh,
Oregano सुन के हो गया हाय.
wow.
Okay, this just took a random downturn. But
No,
yeah,
jokes.
I think that's
Right.
the fun part of Sheeples, is that you get
Yeah.
distracted so easy. But yeah, I
No, but
mean,
I and now I shut up. You speak.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, just with the fragrance and it feels good. I'm trying to like build a career, try to build, a sort of life path where fragrance is what I do. Uh, Day in day out, it's what I do to earn my living. It's what I do as a relaxation activity. It's what I do, live, breathe, eat, everything fragrances. I mean, that's it's like Van Gogh used to just eat paint because it made him happy. I just want to like sniff fragrances all day long. And if this
Uh,
to a lot of people who don't get this context, it often feels like an absurd, trivial waste of time. But I wish I could just explain to everyone out there who's trying to tell me that, hey, no, you can't do this. I wish I could explain to them why, what the context is. But at the moment, I'm extremely satisfied with myself knowing what the context is, and I'm great with that. So I keep reaching out to people in the industry, trying to tell them that these are my projects and these are the things that I do. And I might not necessarily be doing them the right way, but I keep hoping deep down in my heart that there is someone out there who would appreciate the effort and say, hey, you know what, let's give this person a shot. And I guess till then I'm going to keep pushing. But it also seems like a few months or maybe a couple of weeks later, I might just have to end up taking something to make the ends meet. I'm pretty like run down on savings at this point. Like if we were talking in Hindi, I would say something like, "Abhi, dude, itna broke ho ke jeb mein haath dalta ho to," yeah. So that's an inside joke, but yeah, basically the money has run out.
Moniz,
The Monish has run out.
Monisha.
If your name is Monish or Monisha, shout out, say hello. But yeah, I guess that I will have to go down to the route where I'm having a different day job, and this is like something that's happening on the weekends or on the time off. And I mean, there's not a lot wrong with that. Um, but I would have certainly hoped if it was as easy as being passionate and being awarded for your passion. But I guess sometimes it maybe takes a little longer. I mean, I'm absolutely optimistic that it will work out. It's just I don't know when. And I guess the only way I can sort of make up for that, that anxiety or that interlude where I don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. I think the only way I can justify that is by showing up every day with my materials and treating them like my religion and just showing up every day. You know how people do it, like I'm not really religious, but when you look at people or when you talk to people who are religious, sometimes you're just jealous of that nauseating optimism they have, right? That that stuff exists and that stuff is helping them and that stuff is justified. Like you've seen those people, right? They're just keep
Yeah.
they keep justifying everything that happens in your life. And
Like it's just it is one of those things that'll always be like it gives them strength, right?
yeah,
The idea
exactly,
of it all gives them strength, and
exactly.
the more power to them for that.
Yep, 100%.
For the
And like I
people
said,
who believe,
I'm not a
like
fan. Yeah,
yeah,
completely agree.
it's
I
it
mean,
is it is it if it gives you strength to do and be you, like that's the best thing that can be.
yep,
Like I think
100%.
there's nothing better. No,
Nothing
don't let
better.
people tell you otherwise in that matter,
Yeah,
because
not at all. Eh,
that is what you believe in, and fair point to you, fair enough for that.
So see,
And it is
most of the times we say this because we're damn afraid if we say anything against religion or
no.
politics, कोई ना कोई
uh,
आगे फट के देगा.
no. So the other thing is like, why our whole idea is like we don't
Yeah, of
want to
course.
stop people from being themselves, and
Yep.
hopefully like people themselves who do follow it, like
Yeah, for
if
sure.
another person has a separate kind of point of view, I hope like y'all are not forcing the idea of it all, because at the end of the day, not everybody has different opinions on this thing and this idea, and it will be different. It'll be very difficult to have that. It's a difficult conversation to have in general.
Also,
We don't
over
wanna.
justifying because हमको फटके नहीं खाने.
हाँ,
मतलब
ये अलग बात है कि we don't want the fatkas from people.
I mean,
Uh,
you do you, sheeples. You do
you do
you.
you, sheeples.
We do
You do
we.
you.
So sounds
We do we.
we do weed, huh? We do weed, yeah. So what do
Oh
we?
no 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 no.
No. Already ये podcast PG-18 है बे, explicit है और अभी PG-46 करना पड़ेगा अभी क्या सीन है बे?
PG 46 करना पड़ेगा.
But yeah, I
Uh,
mean that's where I'm at. I mean it's like a tough place to stay motivated, but the idea is that you have to, right? Because if you don't keep dodging all the punches, you're gonna get hit, and it gets tough from there. So yeah,
like I believe in your like capability, especially in perfumery, because I've seen you work hard on it. I've seen how much passion you have, and like the work you put in.
thanks
Like
so much.
I'm like there's no point in being pessimists, or if you want to call them realists, because they like to call themselves realists in life.
Mhm.
Because what's the fun? Like why not at least motivate ourselves, right? So at the end of the day, I like no matter what, I'm quite sure that if it even if it's like 5 or 10 years down the line, I know that you're still gonna be working on it, and I'm sure that like the work you put in, because you're putting in that amount of like your soul into this whole project. Like I'm sure there will be like a full line of Jacques Couture
Jacques
inside joke
Couture,
perfumes
Jacques
in
Couture.
that Z will be putting out, and I'm gonna be the first in line to buy
Oh,
your
thanks,
brand.
man. Thank you
So
so much, bud.
hey, that's gonna be like I can't wait to see that happen. But honestly, like I and especially Sheepers, like if he could give you more, I would tell you like this guy has gone through it in the past 2 3 months. I mean, I can't elaborate, but like I'm just saying like please send him some love from
Yeah,
your
send me
side.
love, sheeples. I need a lot
Send
of
Z
love.
love. Yeah.
Send
Um,
send me love. But yeah,
but
it's been
other
a
than serious
interesting
topics,
bunch of months. Yeah,
because
yeah.
we've been into it, I would love to know, Z, like what is it that you've discovered in the past week with yourself? Like that's something just fun or something that you're doing in your daily day-to-day stuff that
Dude,
is new.
something fun that I've discovered is how much, like, okay, cooking is one part, but how much I'm
Uh,
enjoying the whole plating process. Like this might
ooh,
sound like damn elementary, but like I love it when you visually arrange your food. Like I do it with, when I'm like, so when I'm eating fruits, I eat them like haphazard. But when I'm like serving it to like my mom or something like that, or my dad, I will just like arrange them nicely in a plate and then garnish it with like a twig of mint. And when they look at it, they get like so happy, and I'm like, fuck, ये तो केला है यार खाली मतलब. But केले को मतलब ऐसा full garnish varnish करके when you like give it nicely. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying kela. I feel weird. Okay. Like when you take
You
Hey,
made it weird. It didn't
see
have
that
to be
PG
weird until you
sixty
said it.
six, PG
It,
66
it, it
chala gaya.
wasn't it wasn't weird until you said it. You
Had
didn't
to be
need
said.
to.
Had to be said. Had to be said.
Oh my god.
So,
See
like
why?
when you do the
Okay,
plating really
Kela
nicely,
for the non-Hindi speakers is banana.
banana. Yeah.
Uh,
Like क्या कर रहा है bro? भूख लगी है.
banana,
Banana.
banana.
भूख लगी है bro. Banana.
Again, more non-Hindi speaker confusion.
Yeah, but
But
like listen, if
um,
you are from like the non-English speaking part of the world and you listen to this, just message us and let us know the kind of random weird moments you have when you listen to these hyper local words.
we do want to know like what is it that
Yeah,
confuses
what
you
what
about
goes on
our
in your head?
conversation.
I swear we're not trying to be snobs having inside jokes with our languages, but like
Yeah.
it's just like
Like
hyper
all our
cultural.
inside jokes are with y'all. So
Yeah,
it's our inside joke.
yeah, we are an inside
The-
joke. मतलब like
We
उधर
are
ही
an
खत्म
inside
हो
joke.
गया. We are
It's
the
between the
inter.
166 people that are with us on
Yep.
our Instagram page at the
Damn,
moment.
damn, damn. 166 people. Super duper
Yep.
awesome.
But yeah, so garnishing. That's cool
Yeah,
though.
so
Like
so it's just fun.
plating
Like
and
in the
stuff.
past week, I've been like doing that because, and then that's made me realize that it's not what you give to somebody, but it's the
Hmm.
way you give to somebody that makes like a difference. Like it could be anything. I mean, like it could be as some, and I think that's why things like marketing and branding are so important, right? Because it's
Yeah.
essentially 100 people selling the same product, but only a few people can appeal to the way you
It's
like
like
it.
the way, especially like the way you present it can make such a big difference. And I think we should do an episode all about like marketing and branding once, like at some point, because it's something we've studied as well. But
Yeah.
like there's so much that I think we see that is different, that we connect to in different ways, right? Like I'm quite sure some brands that you connect to are like different from the brands I would most probably connect to in that sense, because of the way they present their messages. It's quite quite an interesting like study in the way like these different companies or brands are now speaking to people, and just like bringing themselves out there. As things have changed so much over the past, like I guess 5 years itself, from the way from the way these brands or marketing like companies used to like genuinely speak to the audience.
Hmm.
uh, it's quite crazy to see, but yeah, I think we should do an episode once on that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so the I guess for you that might be for you it's the plating stuff. For me,
Yeah,
have
what's
you
been mine?
for me have you heard of this game called Fall Guys at
For
all?
no,
Fall
what's it
Guys.
like?
So it's this thing that came out for the PlayStation and the PC, just these two platforms at the moment at least, that people are playing this game where like you're basically this character that is like some like a toddler but not a toddler. It's like a bean. They're called beans basically. You can customize them to look like really funny like characters. Like you can make them wear T-Rex suits and all those kind of things. They are these like funny looking creatures that like run around and fall down easily, and they are it's just a really like it's really colorful. The game is like basically a mixture of Takeshi's Castle and Wipeout merged into
Oh,
one. And you're
damn.
like your only like basically your objective is to survive till the end, and you'll be going through like different qualifying stages. So like there'll be 60 people in a lobby, and from the 60 like there will be different games happening where like a certain number of people will keep getting like let's say whittled down, and at the end it's like 10 people, 10 to 20 people are left, where you're just having this last run of last competition where you're trying to get the crown at which is basically like essentially the objective. And it's such a stupidly fun game that I discovered over the past week and a half, where it's so fun. It's just so stupid, but it's so much fun because it's like you're doing nothing else but playing these stupid funny games and living that you're just like this bean running around like a sloppy guy, a sloppy person trying to reach the finish line, and it's so freaking funny. Like honestly, watch videos of Fall Guys. I'm telling you, sheeple. Like
Okay.
y'all are gonna, first of all, their Twitter handle is amazing. Like they are roasting people, they are having competitions, they're showing, they're making jokes. It's freaking amazing. It's hilarious. And there was this streamer who for a week or week and a half has had like wasn't able to win even one game. So like the Twitter handle was completely roasting him, like talking about how they'll most probably reach 1 million followers on Twitter before he even wins a game, which did happen. Just by
What?
FYI. And it's amazing. It's amazing. They're damn funny. And honestly, it's like one of those small joys that people can get. I was playing that game like literally in the morning today. I'm trying to get that crown as well right now. Not the other, not that crown. Not the not the Spanish crown, but rather
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah, just like winning that game. But oh my god, dude, like genuinely, I wish you could play it. Honestly, if you can
Dude,
get
I
it on your
can't wait.
laptop,
Can't wait for our gaming sessions to happen, man.
dude, I know, right? Hey,
Those
Sheeples, if you're like, I would love to know if y'all play any of these games. Let's connect over like Discord and PlayStation, like PlayStation servers or Steam, and genuinely like let's just have a gaming session together. If any of y'all are interested, at
would be
least
so cool, man.
that would be a lot of fun.
And I'm really excited for our next episode on, which might just end up
Yeah.
being all the cool retro games that we've played.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser
It's
for
a
the
team.
next episode. It's gonna be about gaming for sure. Let's just give you that.
Yeah,
Uh, it's something fun that we've wanted to do, and I think it'll be quite interesting, to be honest.
it
But
will.
yeah, this is what's up, sheeples, for
Yeah,
us.
this is exactly what's up, Sheeples, and it's so cool. I mean, if any of you listening to this want to tell us about what's been happening in your life in the past 3 4 months, you want to create a short snippet, or you want to just give us like a small summary, we'd love to hear it. And at the
Yeah.
same time, if you'd be okay with it, we'd love to tell the other sheeples too of what's been
Yep.
happening. We could, and I think that's one of the fun ways where we could just build the community. And because a lot of you are very comfy and have a relationship with us, albeit
Yeah.
virtual. But at the same time, we'd love it if you all have that kind of nice vibes with each other, and this could be a nice way to start that.
I think getting to know each other, like within the Sheeples community, would be a lot of fun. And y'all are free to do it over on like our different platforms that we are available on, which is basically like Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, and YouTube. Though YouTube, I guess like I don't know how many of y'all are watching it there,
Hmm.
but y'all can
I
always
watch
find
it
us
there.
as.
It's nice to
Yep.
watch. It's nice to just randomly listen to like, the middle part of a conversation.
Yeah.
Small snippet. I mean, if you're listening to this and you think podcasts are too long, we do like small 5 minute, 3 minute, 6 minute
Snippets,
small
yeah, can
snippets.
be
And
10 minutes as well. Like if we don't,
yeah,
it's basically like each podcast cut down into like small topics that we spoke about for those like few
yeah,
minutes.
like small digestible bits, because
Yeah.
we understand that 1 hour can be a little too much. So
Yeah.
you should check that out for
um
sure.
and you can find our names basically will be Sheeples People on Instagram and Twitter, or you can find us as the Sheeples or the Sheeples Podcast on YouTube and Reddit. It's quite like it's a fun community that we want to build, and hopefully, if on Reddit, honestly, like if you all join us there, do make memes about us. We want to laugh at them. We want to laugh at ourselves. We just want to see stuff happening. So yeah, I think this was a fun one. We kind of had to get real in this one. If we made you all a little uncomfortable at some points, we are really sorry. But this is just something that it's something we want to inculcate in ourselves and like our community, that it's not wrong to be yourself and be open with your fellow community people or friends. And it's just that talking about mental health is important, so just always be like don't let others take advantage of it, and don't let others tell you otherwise, that you can't be yourself. So hey, that's what we try to do, and hopefully this is something that lead to that as well. So yeah, this was a fun podcast.
See you on the next one.
Yeah,
Sheepa.
it was good to be back and see you on the next one. Bye, Sheep.